Previously, on Predict the Six, Jen got back on track with 2 points, with Liverpool letting her down in her pursuit of a clean sweep of predictions. On my end, the week before last was far more pleasing. I got 3 points last time out, this time just the 1 point. Cheers to Auchinleck Talbot for the consolation point. So that puts the scoreboard currently on Jen on 10 points and creeping back up behind me on 13 points. Still out in the lead by a good enough margin. So here we are, Predict the Six, back again for another week of predicting football games. Now, the week before last, Jenny got 1 right and I got 3. And then the week just past, Jenny was very close to getting 3 and I got just the 1. So the roles were reversed. I had a terrible week last week. Jenny had a very good week. And the one surprise was Liverpool letting you down.
I know.
Mo Salah wasn't playing.
That's why.
That's exactly why. Right, so last week we introduced a thing where if you commented a certain word, which was hat-trick last week, and you predicted your games, you would get a shout out in the next video, at least one of yous. And we're going to do that live on camera right now. So Jenny, get to scrolling. Scroll randomly down and choose one person.
White Rabbit Games I've landed on.
And just out of curiosity, what was their predictions? Dundee United 4, Queen of the South 1.
Wrong.
Pretty much the other way around. Man City 6, Crystal Palace 2. I believe it was 2 or 3-0 to Man City. So at least they got the prediction right of who to win. Everton and West Ham predicted an Everton win 3-2. It was 2-0. Close enough. But aye, he gets the shout out for this week. And what is the word that they have to say in the comments this week?
Relegation.
So, like the video, comment relegation and your predictions for this weekend's games, and you'll have a chance, like White Rabbit Games, to get a shout out in the next episode of Predict the Six. And just a wee side note mention, I've got it up here on my phone now. Dundee United Fan TV, cheers for the nice message left on Predict the Six last weekend. I'll give it based on nice comments that I get, and this guy definitely left one of them, so cheers for that.
So this week I'm predicting Falkirk versus Clyde, Perrycuke Athletic versus Stennismuir, and Rangers versus Motherwell.
And this week I'm predicting Ayr versus Dundee, Kilmarnock versus St Mirren, and Fort William versus Albion Rovers. But without further ado, let's get into the predictions. And since you got the highest score last week, we'll give it to you first to start off with your games.
Okay, so my first game, as I said, was Falkirk versus Clyde. Got my notes. Falkirk are third in the table, but they're 1 point off of top place. They defeated Peterhead last weekend 4-0, and they're the second highest scorers in the division, only conceding 4 goals so far.
It's quite impressive, isn't it?
That's impressive.
They may be our rivals, but they have been quite decent so far this season. In spades though, because I have seen some of their fans think that McKinnon should be sacked, etc, etc. But if he gets them winning that league, then he's done his job. And if he can manage until that long, then I'm sure he'll be kept on.
And for Clyde, they're 6th in the league and have scored and conceded 16 goals.
So, 0 goal difference, which is alright to have. As long as it's not in the negative, I think that's a positive. But hey,
their best player is David Goodwillie.
By far.
They've not won in the last 2 games, but came from 2-0 down to drawing 2-2 last weekend.
Against the wee team.
Ross County. No.
Oh my god.
Raith Rovers, sorry.
The wee team.
Anyway, I'm going to predict a Falkirk win.
Of course you are.
I just got a feeling.
I don't think you're wrong in that feeling, to be honest. It's Falkirk at home, they should be winning. As you've said already, they're one of the highest scorers in the division and they've barely conceded any goals. So, I would say that's quite a likely one. My first game is Ayr versus Dundee, and this game is interesting because Ayr have just appointed Mark Kerr as their new manager, who was a player up until this point, and I'm not entirely sure how that will affect his playing time at Ayr United, whether he'll be like Kenny Miller was when he became a player manager. He's obviously been in and around the place at Ayr for a good while now, so I don't imagine much will change in terms of the playing style or that. I think he'll do much of the same. In terms of Dundee, I've mentioned it many times, they've just been quite a bang average championship team so far, and they've not really backed up many trees. So I'm going to have to say I'm going to predict an Ayr United home win, because I think Ayr are just the better team in the league at the moment. They're still joint top, so I have no reason to not think that Ayr should win this game, especially when Dundee have been pretty bang average.
I'm shaky about that one.
You don't think it's...
I don't think Ayr's going to win. But I don't think Dundee's going to win.
You'd go for a draw then?
I'd go for a draw. Just because we won against Ayr last weekend.
Fair point.
Okay, so my next game is, I'm going to call him Penny. Penny versus Stenny.
Pennycook Athletic.
Okay, so for Penny, they play in the Scottish... Can I say Scottish Premier League?
They play in the East of Scotland Premier League.
They play in the East of Scotland Premier League. This is their first home Scottish Cup game in modern times. They're 7th in the table, and fun fact, Socky Juniors is in the exact same table as them, and it's about a 10-minute drive from us. And Stenny have been unbeaten in the last 3 games. Davy Irons, the manager, worked for Police Scotland in Dumfries.
Dumfries.
I know it's Dumfries. I just thought I'd say Dumfries.
I wouldn't be surprised with your knowledge.
I'm going for a Stenny win. I don't know why. I just don't know anything about Penny. So, Stenny's going to win.
Stenny will win, I think.
I think so.
Second one that I'm going to predict this weekend is Kilmarnock versus St Mirren. Of course, a Scottish Premiership game. And currently, Kilmarnock obviously on the better form than St Mirren. And I do think that they will come into this game the far stronger team, regardless of the fact that St Mirren did win a game last weekend and finally scored some goals in the league. I do think that Kilmarnock are just a stronger team and should come into this one, especially at home, wanting to get another 3 points on the board and get up in that bracket with Aberdeen, Motherwell, and fight for a European place, because their squad is not too dissimilar to the one that Steve Clarke left, and that squad made it up into third in the league. So if they can get everything right, and that means getting a win this weekend as well, then they should be up there again this season. In terms of St Mirren, it'd be good for them to get a result in this one, but I just don't see it. Thoughts on that one, Jenny?
We'll find out.
She's going to handicap it.
I would like to say I do normally predict a draw, but I can't predict the draw that I want to predict because it's a cup game. So I want to say that my last prediction, Penny versus Stenny, Stenny will win, but I wanted it to be a draw.
Right. Cool fact.
Okay, and my last one is Rangers versus Motherwell. Rangers are second in the league. Drew away to Hearts last weekend. Exact same points as Celtic, but I think we all know that they will never get to the top.
That's a bit of a bold claim, Jenny.
Just in case, unless Celtic F it up, I don't think so.
They've been at the top of the league. They were at the top of the league last week.
Shows how much I know. And then Motherwell lost against Aberdeen last weekend. They're third in the league and have only won once in the last 11 games against Rangers. But this weekend could be different. I'm going to predict a Motherwell win.
It's never going to happen, lads. It's never going to happen.
We'll never know.
You've lost a point there.
No, I've not.
It's never happening.
Nope. If you agree with me, let me know.
Nobody should be agreeing with Jenny on that one.
Yes, I've got fans.
And my last one for this week is quite a bold one in itself, a bit like Jenny's just there, but I have to back up my own opinion and what I've said in the past. And I'm pretty sure it was on my Games of the Week where I spoke about my Scottish Cup Game of the Week, and I gave it to Fort William in their 1-1 draw against Albion Rovers. They play them in the Scottish Cup replay this weekend, and it's Fort William at home this time against Albion Rovers. And in the SPFL Games of the Week video, I said this. They've now drawn 1-1 with Albion Rovers and are taking it to a replay at Fort William's ground. And me personally, I have it in my head that they have a chance at winning this return leg. So off the back of that, I have to say that Fort William are going to beat Albion Rovers. And somewhere in me, I do believe in this, because Fort William's pitch isn't exactly the greatest. They've already proven that they can get a result against Albion Rovers, and Albion Rovers are one of the greatest team in the world. So I'm going to predict a Fort William win.
So you're dropping points?
I feel like I might be.
I don't care.
And that's it. So let's go on to the handicapping now. Go grab the wheel. Right, so handicapping. Here is the wheel. Once again, we don't have a suitable stand for it at the moment, so my hand will have to do for a second week running. What game are you handicap on me, Jenny?
Handicapping Kilmarnock versus St Mirren.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Do you think Kilmarnock's going to win?
I just think they've got an advantage because they're a bit higher in the table now.
Good point. Spin the wheel. Void prediction, I didn't get it. Cheat, cheat, cheat. Let's replay that again. Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. Watching it all the time. Cheater. Oh,
Eugene.
that's the worst. I'm afraid we just simply can't stand for that sort of antics on this channel. That handicap does not count. I'm handicapping Falkirk versus Clyde. That's your best chance. Let's hope I get a void prediction as well. I looked.
You looked. You made it land on that one.
Oh, didn't even mean it. Oh, did it again. Yes. Yes.
We'll pretend he wasn't looking. That's fine.
That is fine. Both our good predictions have been voided, so we've got an equal chance. We've both got a bold prediction in there and one that we're slightly alright about, so it's an alright weekend.
It'll do.
That's it for this video, guys. Cheers for watching. If you did enjoy it, please give it a like, and remember, comment
Relegation,
your predictions for this weekend, and like the video as well, and you'll be in with a chance of a shout out in next week's episode. Subscribe for more of this type of content, and until the next video, I'll see you then.
I'll see you next week.
Cheerio.
See ya.